All right, what is going on, everyone? Welcome back to Rank Everything, the show where we rank everything. I'm your host, Ryan. In today's video, we are going to be ranking all of the Space Marine legions based on how freaky they are. This was actually suggested by a comment on the last video, so thank you, whoever left that suggestion. So these are all the Space Marine legions. If you're familiar, and then our categories are from the bottom. They are wholesome. This is like, really nice guys, very family friendly as Warhammer can be, that sort of stuff. Next up we have chill. It's just like, they're not wholesome exactly, but they're just regular. They're just cool, regular guys. Then we have nonchalant. Nonchalant is very similar to chill, but it's a little bit less. Then we have freaky with a lowercase. It's like factions that are, or legions that are like, they got a little bit going for them when it comes to being freaky, but it's not too crazy. And then we have we got capital freaky. This is some next level, full on freak fest kind of stuff. So, this is probably going to be a shorter video than last one, just because we don't have near as many to go through, but so there we go. So first up we have the Dark Angels. So I'm going to put the Dark Angels in the freaky underscore, just because the Dark Angels, they're really like assholes for the most part, especially with like the Black Templars being like kind of like a psychotic level dudes going around. So the Dark Angels, again, especially the Black Templars, they love interrogating people, especially anything that has to do with the Fallen. And so because of that reason, they go in lowercase freaky for now. Emperor's Children, I mean, that's uppercase freaky. They are the poster child for what it means to be freaky, as far as the Space Marine legions go. Next we have the Iron Warriors. So the Iron Warriors, they're another Chaos faction, Chaos Marines. So I'm gonna put them in the nonchalant category, just because all these things with like with the way that they fight and the way that their armor is and the way that like Perturabo is and all that stuff. It's not really. They definitely aren't chill because of the whole Chaos Space Marine side. So yeah, they're going in nonchalant. Next up we have the White Scars. The White Scars are, well, so the thing with the White Scars is that they're known as the Laughing Killers, because they'll like laugh at the top of their lungs and stuff like that when they ride into combat, which is kind of freaky. But aside from that, there's nothing about them. Like even like Jagatai Khan, their Primarch, he's known for like being having like a very cool, chill attitude. Even like yeah. I'd say the White Scars are probably like the pinnacle of what it means to be nonchalant as far as the legions go. Next up we have the Space Wolves. The Space Wolves might be like another underscore or lowercase freaky one, just because like they're doing crazy shit. Like they've been known to cannibalize their victims in order to learn things about them. They're known to distill that crazy ass plant that would kill a normal person so that they can get drunk off of it. I mean, that just feels like some. Yeah, I'm gonna put that in. I'm gonna put that in a lowercase freaky category. Then we have the Iron Fists. The Iron Fists are not the Iron Fists. The Imperial Fists. The Imperial Fists are chill. They're as chill as can be. They're just like the Imperial Fists are just the regular ass like real world Marine equivalent. Like they're just hard sense of duty, buzz cuts. Rogel Dorn can't even laugh or something like that. The Night Lords. The Night Lords is going to be an uppercase freaky one. I mean, like literally Conrad Curse's whole thing is that he's like, well, I'm not going to say that, but like the stories about like them like flaying their victims and everything having like skin on it and other stuff like that. That's kind of pretty horrifying stuff, honestly. Next up we've got the Blood Angels. And so the Blood Angels, So the two things with the Blood Angels is, of course, the Red Thirst, which, thanks to an issue revolving around their gene seed, they end up having an actual thirst for blood, and that's pretty freaky. And then there's the Black Rage, which is also a gene seed problem, causes them to think that everything that they hate is Horus, which is also freaky. And so because of that, I think the Blood Angels are going to go on lowercase freaky because of that. So next up we have the actual Iron Hands. The Iron Hands, I think the Iron Hands are chill. I think they're chill. Like Ferrus Manus got his head chopped off, and then Horus started talking to it, but that's not his fault, or that's not Ferrus's fault. The reason why he got his Iron Hands is because he did kill that thingy on his home planet of Medusa, and it gave him the Iron Hands. That's pretty freaky. But no, I think the Iron Hands are chill. Next up, we have the World Eaters. The World Eaters are probably a lowercase freaky kind of situation, just because they just go across the entire galaxy and they just destroy everything. They're basically I would say they're like the Space Marine equivalent of the Orcs, except they're not having fun. They're doing everything out of anger and hatred. So that's pretty freaky. Ultramarines are chill. They're the most basic, most vanilla faction. There's nothing outrageously special about them, aside from the fact that, like, Gilliman's whole thing is that he understands economy and supply lines and, things like that. And so because of that, I mean, that's pretty chill, honestly. The Death Guard. So they're Nurgle Chaos Marines, which means that everywhere that they go, they spread horrifying diseases, and that's pretty freaky. I mean, we got dudes growing tentacles out of their faces and out of their butts, and tentacles everywhere else around their bodies and things like that. I mean, I think this is another uppercase freaky situation. That's just like, and it's just a little bit too freaky for you to ask me. Then we have the Thousand Sons. So the Thousand Sons, they're the Tzeentch faction, which means they're really good with magic. And so thanks to the burning of Prospero, a lot of them don't have physical forms. They're just like spirits piloting armor. Especially if you've seen any footage of Space Marine 2, where like you'll execute one of the Thousand Sons and they'll just like poof into dust. Those are the ones that they don't have physical bodies. They're just piloting that armor. So, I mean, that's a little bit freaky. But aside from that, there's nothing really going on with the Thousand Sons. I'm going to put them in the nonchalant category. The Sons of Horus, or the Luna Wolves, or the Black Legion, whichever you want to call them. But they were the Legion of Horus himself, the original traitor. Let's see. So let's think about it. So Horus was the first one. Not the first one. He got brought to chaos, corrupted, because he got corrupted by a demon blade, and then Erebus from the Word Bearers just like completed the sort of thing. So that's pretty freaky. See, he convinced Leman Russ to destroy Prospero. That's pretty freaky. Right. After Fulgrim, the Primarch of the Emperor's Children, beheaded Ferrus Manus, he brought Horus his head, and then Horus started to talk to it as he went crazier and crazier. That's really freaky. So, and then, let's see, during his fight with the Emperor, he flayed that one guardsman with a single look, is what they say. Which that's an uppercase freaky situation. That's full blown freaky. Sorry, Horus. The Word Bearers. The Word Bearers, I would say that they're the original freaks, honestly, just because they're like Erebus is the Erebus, and Lorgar, they're the reason why Horus ends up falling to chaos, because they were already chaos corrupted whenever Horus was in their care, and they just corrupted her further. I mean, yeah, I think that's an uppercase freaky kind of situation. The Salamanders are, let's see, the only faction that could realistically go in the wholesome category, because they love the Imperial citizens. That's their whole thing, is that they want to protect the people of the Imperium. And they want to protect the people of the Imperium, but they also burn everything. And burning stuff, kind of freaky, I'm going to say. Now, I'm going to put the Salamanders deserve the wholesome spot. They're as wholesome as Space Marines get. So, the Raven Guard, their whole thing is that they're like, because they're like the Spy Legion, not the Spy Legion, the Alpha Legion, Spy. They're like the Assassin Legion, basically, with Corvus Corax and, you know, all these things with like the long range sniper weapons and stuff like that. But like, they're a Loyalist Legion. And the issue is that thanks to the Drop Site Massacre, most of the Raven Guard was killed or destroyed and other stuff like that. And that's just really, it's really sad. Is it freaky to be sad? It makes me wonder. Let's see. God, I'm dying. I want to say that the Raven Guard are chill. They're chill, if you ask me. Finally, we have the Alpha Legion. So the Alpha Legion's whole thing is that they're the spy faction. They're really great with espionage, you know, facial reconstruction surgery, that sort of thing. And then, like, they're just, people just say that they're like, they're Space Marines in name only, because, like, they don't really, I mean, the Alpha Legion is a bit complicated. They were confronted by these Xenos called the Cabal, and the Cabal told them that in order for the Imperium to ultimately win, you must betray the Imperium. And so, like, they're a Chaos Legion, maybe, but they're also like a Loyalist Legion, probably. Nobody really knows. But betraying your empire just because some aliens told you to, that's pretty freaky, is all I'm going to say. So I'm going to put, and then of course, the whole facial reconstruction thing and the espionage, all that's pretty freaky. I'm going to put them in lowercase freaky. This is a lowercase freaky situation. But, yeah, there you have it. We had a lot more people go into the actual full-blown freaky categories than I ever thought. And, wow. So, yeah. This is our official ranking for which Space Marine legions are the freakiest. So, if you all enjoyed this video, please remember to leave a like, comment on what ranking you want to see from us next, and please smash that subscribe button. Really helps us out. Once again, thank you all for watching. Until next time, have a good one.